So, Corrupt Pasilan Police 2. And we have Jonas Runberg. Jonas phoned me and had the weirdest, most emotional phone conversation where he realized I was a victim of abuse and he got real emotional. He kept telling me to report it, to report it. And he was a cop and he could have reported it himself. And it began with him phoning because Anna Voy had filed another false police complaint. And I started explaining the abuse I was going through, and he got really emotional. And part of the way through explaining what was happening, he admitted that Voy had lied to him about finances, about bank loans, which, this the now immortal conversation and recording, which is like, I bet she said there was no loan because then there'd be no loan fraud. And he's like, yeah, she said she's just helping you. And I said, well, if there was no loan, then why was I transferring all of my illness benefit to the person each month? And he was like, oh, well, yeah. I said, so that would mean there's a loan. And he's like, yeah. And he did nothing. He's a fucking cop. And he could have reported what was happening to me. He said at one point the abuse he was listening. This is a cop who actually went, but why won't she give you your belongings back? And I'm like, you're a fucking cop. And I told him I was disabled, so he did nothing. He didn't write a report. Didn't give me any help. Didn't give me any support. He broke the Policing Act actually and the Civil Servants Act. And he stayed fucking quiet. And he let me be abused. And he let me be a victim of loan fraud and financial domestic violence and false reporting to authorities. So yeah, as the number 2 on the list, Jonas Runberg, I'm sorry if I can't say the name right, but frankly I don't give a fuck because I don't think he deserves it. Because he just lets disabled people be victims of horrific abuse. If this motherfucker had stood up and been brave and said what was happening and what made him emotional on the phone, he could have fucking saved my life. Instead, he's just another bigoted, corrupt cop. And this, I just thought he's not even the worst, so he's still bad, he's still an evil man. An evil and incompetent and ineffectual man who will let vulnerable people suffer and be victims of horrific abuse. But he's not the fucking worst. And I just figured this isn't filler. All of these people are bad, and I'm not the only one. They've abused other people. There's no uniqueness here. Cops this incompetent, this maliciously incompetent, they're career incompetent. They're career abusers. If they're willing to brush something like that under the table. I mean, Runberg can come forward and go, well, actually, I tried, but my boss... Well, then you should whistle blow, motherfucker. Because I was a disabled person being pushed to the edge of fucking suicide. And that was what the person was trying to do. And you left me to it. So, I don't know how you sleep with yourself. It's probably pretty easy because you don't think I'm a fucking human. But you're a corrupt cop, and it's evidenced, and there was complaints put in about you, and there will be more complaints put in about you, and you're mentioned in a United Nations complaint. So I hope it was fucking worth it, because I'm just getting started with you guys. You shouldn't have tried to fucking kill me in Vanta prison. Anyway, I told you guys I'd be doing the list, so this is number 2 of corrupt Helsinki Pasila police officers. Thank you so much for listening and the support. I hope you stick with it. Show your friends. And if you're one of the people here, one of the followers who's like 15 or 14, for a start, I don't know why the fuck you're following me, but show your parents this stuff. With any luck, you have parents that hate the Orpo government. The stuff I have here, both what's on the account and what I am holding back, is enough to show chronic mismanagement of government. And that could force an early election. Or worse. So, thank you. Big up, big love. Take no shit. Be kind. And fuck the police. And never fuck a cop.